welcome back to another video. If you are new here on this channel, we talk about law of attraction, spiritual development, and making you believe that all things are possible one step at a time. So I want to dive a little deep in the concept of controlling a relationship. Now, this can be based off of a friendship, or this can be something romantic. Anything involving another person, basically, and how we may possibly be controlling that situation or that person. So of course, we are human. We have emotions, we have needs, we have wants. And if we're not doing that for ourselves and we have someone else involved in our life, we almost somehow, subconsciously and consciously, make it a point that that other person is responsible for your happiness. Now, I always kind of dabble around the concept of not blaming others and need to start blaming ourselves when we come into certain situations, and this is one of them. We hold a lot of expectations for another person for our happiness. It's like this person is the only person that can make me happy in any situation, and if they're not doing it, then they're in the wrong. Like there's something wrong with this situation. What's going on? But once we get into our fears, our limiting beliefs, our insecurities, we start getting really down on ourselves, and we start finding a whole bunch of things that are wrong with the situation, but we never want to blame ourselves, right? Because we always want to be right. We always want to be the one upper and just feel like we're on top and we're empowered. But especially involving another person, we need to realize how much of that situation is caused by us. So we start going into the whole blame. It's your fault I feel this way. If you didn't do this, then I wouldn't feel this way. We have all been there. We have all said these things. We've all thought these things. But have we ever made it a point to find the root cause within ourselves? No one, absolutely no one is responsible for your feelings but yourself. No one could ever make you feel a certain way unless you chose that route. Of course, it's hard when we're trying to involve ourselves with another person, friendship or relationship, romance, whatever. You're involving two different people, two separate mindsets, two different goals, dreams, everything. And when you combine those two people, of course there's going to be issues. Of course there's going to be clashed ideas and situations. But one of the main causes in a lot of relationships is lack of communication. If no one's communicating about what's bothering them or what's going on inside their head, you can't read minds. We can't read that other person's mind. So we can't choose to believe that this person is feeling or thinking a certain way when we have no idea. So then we start gathering up in our mind what that person is thinking. Oh, I know they're thinking this. Oh, I know they're gonna do this. Oh, I know, like, do you? Because I don't think you are inside that person's head. I don't think you are that person. So you have no idea what they're thinking. Which leads us to ultimately why we get upset is because we already predicted the outcome. We already chose that the route it was going to take. We already chose the words that were going to be spoken. We chose the actions that were going to be made. And as soon as that person isn't doing what you chose that situation to be, then you get upset. Prove me wrong. You can't. Because that is the main cause to us getting upset, overreacting, any emotion, because we chose how that situation was supposed to go. But we involved ourselves with another person, another mindset. Of course it's going to go a different way. Of course it is. But you want to be right. So you already created that situation to be right, and then you were proven wrong because it wasn't the way that you wanted it to go. This is like a key way to fail in a relationship in any way, because you are predicting the outcome that did not happen, that most likely won't go your way. So what's going on is that we are lacking connection with ourselves. our mind is outside of our body at that point. Like, if we're not paying attention to what is exactly going on and the current situation with another person or within yourself, your mind isn't here. It's somewhere over here, and it's already in its little comfortable bubble of all these emotions and attachments and situations that you're creating or had created or dealt with this creation in the past, and it's just kind of like stuck there. It's like you know that's your go-to, so it's easy to just kind of go to that situation when something's going on. So we're having a lack of communication with ourselves. We don't sit down with ourselves and really understand that almost all and every situation that happens that doesn't go in your favor is because you aren't dealing with what's going on within yourself. Everything starts with us. Life is a mirror. What you put out is what you're going to get back. Life is a reflection of yourself. So if you're getting crap from people, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? What are you doing to yourself? What are you thinking about? When we aren't paying attention to ourselves and we aren't finding the root cause within ourselves, then we start criticizing, we start judging, we start controlling other people because we're not in the right place. We're not in the right mindset. And you have to understand that when you're starting to involve another person, you have to collectively, consciously get settled in with yourself and be really content and aware of everything that's going on. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but there is a way to start being more aware and conscious of your doings, your actions towards another person, instead of just unconsciously doing everything that you're used to, and start taking a step back and being like, oh, wait, shouldn't do that. Should not do that. And once we start doing that and connecting within, then we allow another person with their own emotions and problems, issues, what have you. We no longer see that as an issue. We stop judging that person and start understanding that person. We start comprehending instead of just communicating. You see what I mean? Like, it's like a slight difference, but it's a huge difference when you're involving another person. You have to start going outside your comfort zone if you're ever going to change in a more positive way. When you get snuggled into that comfy spot and you always go to the familiar and the comfortable situations that you always create, which aren't good, they're really not good, then we can start moving into what we can be doing for another person and ourselves. So how do we do this? We have to go based off of our five senses. If you're ever going to be in the present moment, you have to be aware of your five senses. Because most people, when you say you have to be present, okay, well, I'm physically here, I'm present, right? No, it's absolutely not right. So what are you smelling in that moment? What are you seeing in that moment? What are you feeling in that moment? When you are embracing yourself in those senses, you no longer are living in the past. You're not dwelling about the future. Nothing exists but this present moment. And when you get fully involved in your senses, then just bliss takes over your body. You can be completely aware of everything that's going on and be consciously correcting your mindset to be compatible with another person. So you're not going back to that comfortable state. You're now creating this new vision and mindset for you and this other person. I promise you that when you start paying attention to your present moment, your five senses, I promise you will not think about anything else but that moment. Now, if you choose to try to be like that and then still think about everything else, that's your doing. Because when you are fully involved with your five senses, you're not thinking of anything else. So just remember that you are in charge of your life. You are in charge of your emotions. And when you are okay with accepting another person in your life, Make sure you are in such a good spot that if they are having their own emotions and issues and problems, that you can help them navigate through that. If that's something that you can't like visually look out into the distance, if you are wanting to be in a relationship or whatever, are you capable of handling another person's emotions? Are you able to make them feel safe around you? Because if you're going to start controlling the situation out of your own insecurities, you're not ready. So that's it. Not too much on this topic, but just a quick little video to just kind of understand that we can be in that state of mind and not be completely aware that we're even doing it. So really try to be in that present moment and just sit with yourself and just go over, evaluate everything that you're doing in your life, in your current relationship, and see what you can do from there. So that was it for this video. If you resonated with this video at all, please give it a thumbs up. If you feel like anyone else needs to hear this video, please share. It will help out my channel and spread my word. And if there's anything that you need to know or want to see, please leave it in the comments below. In the description below, I will leave my email link. I am a life and mindset coach. So if you are looking into bettering your life, if you're searching for more positivity, personal development, anything based off of relationships, I am here for you. Please leave me an email and we can go over that. So until my next video, I hope you stay true and namaste. Bye.